Okay, we're good to go. I'll go ahead and open up the webinar now.
Okay, great.
All right, so we are now live. People should trickle in.
Okay, great. Good afternoon. I am Liz Nolan, the Community Outreach Coordinator for the Northborough Health and Human Services Department, and I am with Caitlin, our social worker. And today's first Lunch and Learn should be about 30 minutes or less, just time for you to sit back and learn about our department, while we give you some pointers on some programs and resources that we offer. It's just to get to know our department um, and how to reach us if you need the help. And it is for Northborough residents. So the first thing we would like to just let you know is our mission and our vision, which you can read on our website as well. But basically, we are here and we are committed to the health and wellness of all Northborough residents. We address the diverse human service needs of our town through equitable programs that focus on disease surveillance and prevention, environmental health, behavioral health promotion, and education. Just to give you a little background of what our department does offer, it is a wide range of services and programs that, again, prevents disease, promotes health, and protects the public health and well-being of Northborough residents. So the three categories that kind of falls in is support services, community health, and environmental health. So support services is what Caitlin and I work on. Caitlin, being the social worker, does the mental health counseling. And we do case navigation and support, and we also assist applicants for many of the assistance programs that exist, which we'll get into in a little bit because that's what our topic is today. If you need assistance, how can we help you? What kind of programs are out there for you? Under community health, that can include substance use prevention, injury prevention and screenings, and infectious disease control. Environmental health, which also falls under our department, is restaurant inspections, housing complaints, and pool and camp inspections. But you can also get a little, if you go to our website, which is on the town website, it gives a little more information on all those pieces that the department does. And then just a little snapshot of who the department is made of. We have Isabella Caruso, who is our Director of Health and Human Services. We have two great administrative assistants, Jess Dallas and Annie Bassett. They kind of split their time between the building and the Health and Human Services department. So if you call a department, you probably speak to one of them. Again, Caitlin Mitchell is our social worker that does mental health counseling and service navigation. She also leads a book club, which we'll also talk about later, once a month. She also offers QPR training, which is suicide prevention, and many other programs. I am the community outreach coordinator, again, assisting residents with applications, also assessing community resources, as well as I coordinate all the newsletter month that comes out monthly, social media, and events. Some of our community health staff team members is Emily Tylick, who is our substance use prevention coordinator. She coordinates the Encompass Coalition, provides Narcan trainings and education. Michaela Petty is our regional epidemiologist who assesses health trends to understand the health needs of our community. She actually puts out a regular newsletter of sorts so that everybody kind of keeps up to date with what is happening, whether it is, mosquitoes, flu, or RSV. It's a good way to keep up to date on what is happening health-wise in town and on the state level. And then Penny is our regional public health nurse, and she provides blood pressure clinics and checks here at the office, home visits, and vaccination clinics. And our health agent is Chris Craig, and he serves both Northborough and Southborough by conducting routine inspections and addresses any health complaints that residents may have.
So that's our team. Yes, thanks, Liz, for that introduction. My name is Caitlin Mitchell. I'm the social worker in town, like Liz said. So important resources. We do have our Northborough Community Resource Guide. We have it in various languages such as Haitian Creole, French, Simple Chinese, Brazilian Portuguese, and Spanish. Basically, it provides some list of resources that have that are connected to town or nearby. So such as crisis mental health resources, financial, food, legal, housing assistance. And also you can come to our website as well or speak to one of us and we'll provide those resources to you. Some other important resources, we are contracted with William James College Interface Referral System. This is a mental health referral system helpline that helps match residents with an outpatient mental health provider. So it is free for residents to use for Northborough and Southborough. Basically, they have their hours, you call them, you speak with somebody, they'll match your needs, personal needs such as insurance, if you want in-person, remote, male or female clinician, and hopefully within a couple of weeks, they will match you with somebody. Some generalized mental health resources. We have the suicide prevention lifeline. Basically, it's the number you dial 988, which gets you connected with a 24-hour confidential crisis counselor. We also in Massachusetts have the behavioral health line. So you can call or text the number that's shown, and that would also get you in touch with a crisis counselor. It is also 24 hours, 7 days a week, same like the lifeline, any time of the day, even on holidays as well. Advocates also has a mobile crisis team. This is a little bit different than the crisis hotlines, where you actually can meet with trained clinicians. They are contracted out in our area, so they're 24 hours a day, 365. They work in holidays. They can come to homes, schools, other community settings within Northborough. And as I mentioned, interface before, and then also NAMI helpline. Basically, they help provide emotional support and mental health information and resources for you or for your family or friends that are facing mental health crisis, but or just needing more resources to understand more. So this is kind of the support services. Basically, referrals come in from anybody in Northborough residents. We also do get some from schools, medical providers, community agents, go through the same kind of screener. We'll try to meet with you or any of the residents in town, complete a short form. I'm just trying to understand your needs. What are your goals? From there, we'll kind of determine what is kind of appropriate resources, what to pursue. We separate it out into two categories. So kind of what we'll be talking about more today will be more of the service navigation. So we'll provide case management to help find resources for food, housing, utility applications, and also any other various resources that are locally in the state or any federal resources. And then the other category is short-term counseling. I know I did talk about interface, getting you connected. That since that does take some time, we can offer short-term counseling. I can offer short-term counseling for Northborough residents to get more. We'll have more of an assessment, have some sessions, and then hopefully work on connecting with a long-term provider if that is what you desire. So going into our first resource is SNAP, so more commonly also known as EBT. It's basically a monthly food benefit based on income. It's through the Department of Transitional Assistance, or known as DTA. SNAP is more commonly known to be used in grocery stores, but now can be available at certain farmers markets. You have to check with the farmers market, and also online. You just have to check with the stores that are accepting it. For example, like Walmart is one of the online stores that does accept EBT. So applying for it, you can apply online, or we can help assist you with it. And also it can help connect you with other assistance programs, such as discount on utility bills, job training, so etc. It does help a lot with mostly focusing on your grocery bill, helping you to be able to budget and afford nutritious food. So the SNAP process on how to apply, basically you submit an application. They will call you for an interview. In that interview process, they might ask for more verification paperwork that is needed. Once you are approved, they will send you an EBT card. That is what you will get. They will send you a letter in the mail as well stating how much money that you will receive on your EBT card monthly, and then you do get the SNAP benefits to use once you get the card. Also, there is a renewal process that you will have to do every year. They want to check your income, verify if there's any changes. So people will have to be on the lookout for the letter, or if once you are using your EBT card, there is an app called DTA Connect that you can use and check your benefit letters that come in or any mail as well. So right now there are some new SNAP rules. So general and able-bodied adults without dependents, they have work requirements now. There's no exceptions to the rules. This is mostly for the able-bodied adults without dependents. Non-compliance to requirements equals a loss in benefits. So there would be a termination if adults without dependents aren't fulfilling any work requirements. So this is a new regulation that just came out recently. So thinking about what are some other food resources, there is WIC, Women, Infant, Children Nutrition Program. This provides nutrition assistance, education, breastfeeding to low-income pregnant women, families, mothers with children under the age of 5. Once your child turns 5, the benefits are kind of terminated with WIC, but until then, families should be able to qualify and get additional assistance with SNAP. So you can have both WIC and SNAP during this time. And it offers healthy food, healthcare referrals, nutrition counseling, and other benefits to it. Also, we do have the local food pantry in town. It is on 37 Pier Street. Basically, they are open Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., Thursday from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Also, if you go on our website or at the link below, there is a food resource guide telling you a little bit more from our Greater Boroughs Partnership for Health, more information about different food resources in other towns that are covered by the Greater Boroughs partnerships. There are, like, for example, community dinners and other formats like that. Please note, like, that generally food pantries do require residency. So, for example, Northborough is only for Northborough residents. So just be cautious and aware of that. So going into our next kind of program that you can apply for under housing is RAF. So RAF's formal name is Residential Assistance for Families in Transition. Sorry. So RAF provides short-term emergency funding to help you with eviction, foreclosure, loss of utilities, other housing emergencies. In order to get RAF, you have to prove that there is a housing crisis. That is the most important at this time. This is not before the housing crisis happens. It is the crisis is happening. So, for example, you get a notice to quit with your rent, or if the mortgage company is looking to take back the house. These are, for example, some housing related crises. Also, utility bill shut-off notice, very recent shut-off notice. Can't be one from months ago. It has to be very recent. Also stating that for any health safety emergencies, that your housing is affecting your health, and stating why it is affecting your health, like doctor's notices. Those are all important to be able to submit. If you are renting, you will need your landlord to submit some information with your application over time. Income will be verified to show financial hardship. Payments, if RAF does accept you into the program, they do provide $7,000 per a 12-month period to be used for the housing crisis. So for the rent, for the utilities, for any moving costs, if you have to move in a case of an emergency, for example, like that health risk, they will help pay towards that, and mortgage payments. Payments will be made directly to the landlord or the utility company. So be mindful of that. And you can also apply online for assistance, or you can contact us as well, and we can go through the application with you. But again, going back into the importance of RAF. RAF is short-term financial assistance. Again, it's only once in a 12-month period. You can't use it before the 12-month period again or apply again. So it's short-term, it's a quick intervention. It does help bridge that gap between your housing crisis to try to give you more stability. It also may require more thinking and a plan to avoid repeated crises. So really taking into account, evaluating financial situation, what is going on. It is a starting point to helping find long-term housing and financial stability. We do have other resources such as CHAMP, which is affordable housing, similar to Section 8, but more the state level. They do have a centralized application, but it is a very, very long wait period at this time, unfortunately. So trying to be mindful and thinking of what is your plan ahead of time in the meantime, while waiting for such as CHAMP or Section 8 in this time period.
Moving along to another assistance program that is called HEAP, that is for Home Energy Assistance Program. It's a free resource to help eligible Massachusetts households pay a portion of their winter heating bills. It's a seasonal program that runs from November 1st through April 30th each year. It basically helps low-income households pay their heating costs. It doesn't cover the full cost of your heating bill. It's just to take some of that cost, reduces the cost for you. It can assist with oil or gas or electric. And we work through a local agency called SMOC. That is the one that the applications are submitted to, and they make the decision. We are an intake site, so we are able to assist residents with the application process. If you are approved for HEAP, the funds are paid directly to the heating vendor, so that it does not exchange to the residents' hands. Whatever SMOC determines based on income, they will send it directly to your heating vendor. It's also good to apply even if you think you're on the line of the eligibility based on your income. You also may be eligible for other programs like the Heating System Repair and Replacement Program and the Weatherization Assistance Program. To give you an idea of what the income eligibility looks like this year, based on the number of people in a household, there's a range there that some people, we actually went to a training meeting not that long ago, and it's always better to apply, even if you think you may not be eligible, because a lot of people are surprised that they do get something. So that gives you an idea of the income eligibility that they look at. So that's okay. There's also other utility discounts that we can help you find through electric and gas companies. A lot of times, if you are eligible for programs such as HEAP and SNAP and SSI, you are already eligible for discount rates through your electric and gas companies, which is National Grid and Eversource in Northborough. You can also usually set up a payment plan directly with your electric or gas company. That kind of also helps you make a budget as well if you aren't eligible for other programs. There's also an arrears management plan that most of National Grid and Eversource has available to you. So those are just other options that can help you get back on your feet. There is another program that we always like to tell people about. It's through Citizens Energy Corporation. It's called Joe for Sun program. It is for National Grid customers that are already receiving a residential assistance discount. So that helps them get a further discount. It basically uses bill credits generated from solar farm energy to reduce your bill further. So we always try to get other programs involved to help you the most that we can. The town does offer a water discount, but that is only to property owners. And again, it is income eligibility, and also if you have assistance through other programs.
So talking a little bit on what Liz said earlier about some of the work that I do in town right now, I do have drop-in hours every Tuesday from 3 to 5 p.m. is at the Northborough Public Free Library. So it's right here in town. It's at the Teen Adult Program Room on the second floor. You can come meet with me for a short period of time, depending if there is a line or not. And we can talk about starting those, connecting with community resources, talking about accessing mental health supports, counseling service, just to give a general idea. And we can always come back here to our office in town hall and expand upon it a little bit more and have more communication about your needs. So you can always come and drop by. You don't have to make an appointment for the drop-in hours. So feel free. And I do have a book club called Words of Wellness. So most of our books are exploring our personal experiences that are insightful to try to promote personal growth, motivation, and positive change. For November, we have our next book, You're Not Listening, What You're Missing, and Why It Matters by Kate Murphy. So focusing on improving listening skills, active listening, as we say in the social work realm. So that will be on Tuesday, November 18th from 6 to 7 p.m. Again, this will be in the teen and adult program. You can feel free to register ahead of time if you would like. It is open. You can scan the link, the QR code, or use the website, or you can go on the library's website to register. It's just encouraged to give me a head count. Well, walk-ins are welcome if you can't register ahead of time.
And one other thing on the book club, if you have a suggestion for a book, Caitlin's always looking for those suggestions.
Yes. And also the books I do order the books ahead of time, and they should be at the circulation desk.
Just to give you a heads up of our not December, but I saw the Christmas lights there. The November Lunch and Learn it is actually going to have Caitlin speak about holidays in your mental health. We know that the holidays bring about a lot of different emotions for different people. So she'll have some tips of how to get through the holidays.
Yeah, sometimes the holidays aren't easy for everybody, and hopefully we can talk about it and give a little bit more tips and tricks on what to kind of help get through the holiday season.
And then also joining us will be Emily Tylick, who is our substance use prevention coordinator. And she'll just talk about how holidays in general, too, are a great time to connect with your children, to talk about substance use and how to delay that first use of substances. So that will be our November one. That's going to be held on Tuesday, November 18th from 12 to 12:30. And again, we are trying to keep these, to that 30-minute mark so that you can sit back and have your lunch and just learn a little bit more about our department and our staff and our team. And we always encourage you to connect with us. We have the regular town hall hours. So we are here extended time on Tuesdays from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then we're here early on Friday morning at 7 a.m. to noon, in addition to the other days. You can always give our office a call. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, which we do encourage you to do because it's daily posts. It has a lot of information, not just from what programs and events that we are doing, but we also post other resources from some of our partners, whether it's at the state level, whether it's financial literacy course, a lot of things that may be of interest to our residents. We do have a monthly newsletter. I am currently working on the November one, so be on the lookout for that. But you can also, and we do encourage you to do it, to sign up. First, you just get it delivered into your email each month. All you need to do is go to the town website, click the Notify Me button on that homepage, and enter your email address, select Health and Human Services, and actually any of the other information that you want to get on a regular basis. Can do that. So just be on the lookout for that. But really, social media and the newsletter really gives you a lot of highlights of what's going to happen, what is coming up. And again, for any programs that you would like us, that's something that would help you, we are always, open to your suggestions. So you can always reach us by email, by phone, and leave a message through one of the social media channels.
Yeah, so stay connected and feel free to reach out, visit us at Town Hall. We're always happy to help. We're pretty friendly.
As I said, we always like visitors too.
Yeah.
We're located on the top floor of Town Hall. So it's the first, when you come up this top of the steps, we're the first office on the right.
Or if you come out of the elevator, we're the first office on the left. So yeah, depending on where you come from. Alrighty.
All right, so that is our overview of our department and some of the programs that we can help you connect with. If I don't think there's anybody on for questions, but if you're watching this after the fact, you feel free to give us a call if you have any other questions on the programming.
Thank you.
Thank you.